35mm f1.4 or 35mm f1.8. Today, I'm gonna give you the comparison between these two types of lenses. I'm gonna show you a bunch of wedding photos, portrait photos that I've shot over the years using these two lenses, and the exact lenses that I'm comparing are Sony 35-1.8 and Sony 35-1.4G Master, but also you'll get the opportunity to see like the general difference between 1.4 and 1.8 for wedding photography, so you can make a good decision which one should you get. I'm also gonna give you a little quiz that you can take yourself to find out if you can see the difference between two of these types of lenses. If you're new to the channel, my name is Magic. I'm a destination wedding photographer. I've been doing this for over 12 years. Now I've been also running this YouTube channel for the last 3 years, talking about wedding photography, cameras, lenses, and that world combined. If you're into any of these topics, make sure to subscribe. So 35mm is, in my opinion, like one of the most useful and popular two focal lengths for wedding photography, specifically for photographers doing the documentary style and using mostly prime lenses. I personally love 35mm. It's my go-to lens that I can shoot everything with. I could probably shoot like entire wedding with just 35mm lens, and I know photographers doing exactly that, just using that 35-1.4 for example for their entire work. Like the good example would be my good buddy Lucas Piotek, Instagram. You can check him out. Like all of the photos that you see there are shot with 35mm f1.4 lens, and shooting 35mm prime lens wide open. So if you have like a lens like 1.8 or 1.4 or even 2.0, you're getting this interesting look of like a wide angle combined with a nice depth, because you're blurring the background, you're making the separation between your subject and the background. And of course, looking at the difference between 1.8 and 1.4, the main one in terms of the look of the image is going to be in that background blur. And just to be perfectly clear, right here at the beginning, I'm going to tell you that 95% of your clients, or even 99% of your clients, will not see the difference between 1.8 and 1.4. There's no chance they're gonna look at the image and be like, oh, I wish this photographer used 1.4 instead of 1.8. So this comparison, this difference, and this purchasing decision is for your own visual preference and for your own visual pleasure. So first, let me just show you some of the photos I've shot recently on my trip with my wife. We've been in Iceland, and I was shooting portraits with my Sony A9 Mark III, which is 24 megapixel camera, and I was just swapping the lenses. So I was swapping from 35G Master to 35-1.8, trying to achieve the same image. So this is not the comparison like shot on tripod. This is not identical frames. These are just the snapshots for this, let's say, brief comparison. So on the left, you can see one of these lenses. On the right, you can see the second of these lenses. You're going to see the difference. First of all, like with this specific lenses, you see the difference in terms of like the color shift. I didn't correct that. I wanted you to know that different lenses will give you different color shifts. So if you are very particular about the colors from the lenses you shoot, just make sure to always compare the new lenses with the ones that you have, so you don't have that shift. But the color shift aside, you can see the difference in the background blur. Here I'm blurring beautiful Iceland, and for those of you who are wedding photographers and wish to like come to Iceland and shoot wedding photography, this November I'm hosting like a workshop retreat called It's a Kind of Magic, and it is going to be epic. And right now when recording this video, I have 2 tickets left for a single bed option, and I'm giving away special discount. Make sure to check out the link in the description if you want to join me in the epic retreat in Iceland. But you know, looking at the images, we're blurring the Iceland. The Iceland is beautiful. In this case, we're blurring the Iceland. What you're gonna see, like, of course, there is a difference, but the biggest difference, in my opinion, is in that mid-range of distance between you and the subject. Because, like, if you're like super close to the subject, like in this this photo, for example, you know, it's super blurred either way, right? And then if you're like really far away and shooting like a wide scene setting shot, like nothing is blurred because like you're, you know, wide angle far away, nothing is blurred. But that mid-range is where you're gonna see the biggest difference, and that's where the difference is for me important, because that's how I shoot on the most wedding days. Like this is the distance like between me and the subject and the couple and the people that I'm taking photos of. Like usually this is the like mid-range distance. If I want to use it wide open, I want to have that nice background blur. Some people say background blur is overrated. If it's overrated for you, like I don't know why you're watching this video then. You should just get a zoom lens. But if you're deciding between these two, that's where the difference is. Okay, now on to the quiz. So I prepared a quiz for you with a bunch of photos. There's like 20 photos, 10 shot with one of the lenses, there's the 10 shot with the other lens. All of them are actual wedding photos or portrait photos that I've shot. There's also a link to the entire gallery shot with both of these lenses, so you can take your time and compare. And the gallery that I prepared for you with the samples from these lenses is made with today's sponsor of the video, which is Pic-Time. So if you're a wedding photographer, Pic-Time is the way to deliver your images to the client. So the way I deliver my photos, they get the gallery link, and the gallery starts with a slideshow that I create in Pic-Time. Yes, there is a slideshow creator in Pic-Time free with the account. Then my clients have opportunity to purchase printed products through the store that I created using integrated labs. Pic-Time offers tons of labs that you can integrate your stores with, but on top of that, Pic-Time creates this automated marketing campaign. So if you're bad at selling stuff, Pic-Time will help you out. You just have to choose your strategy and turn on the automation, and the emails, they go out automatically. Check out the link in the description and sign up for a free month and then get 1 extra month on me. So now let's talk about these two specific lenses and the quiz. So the images that you see right now on the screen were shot with one of these lenses. The link will get you to the quiz and you will see the immediate results. So you can just click, and after 20 photos, you'll get the results. So like this particular lenses, I've been using them both for my actual work. So I've shot tens of thousands of photos with both of these lenses. I'll start with a 35-1.8. This is the cheaper one, smaller one. So obvious advantages of like a lens like 1.8 is the size. This lens is very compact, it's very tiny, it's well built, it's some sort of a plastic material. We have a manual focus ring, a custom button, and an AF to MF switch. Nothing else on that lens. The autofocus is dead silent and is super precise. It works really great, and the performance in terms of image quality is great, but it's just not the best. So if you're looking at the images that I've shot with my 24 megapixel cameras like on the go, you will not see much difference between, you know, them. You can probably see that 35-1.4, maybe G Master has like a little more sharpness, but take a look at this studio shot. So this photo I shot with A7R III, which is 42 megapixel camera. And when zooming in, you can clearly see the advantage of the G Master. It's just way sharper than 1.8. You can also obviously see the difference in terms of the bokeh. Having said that, I still have shot and delivered thousands of photos with that 1.8, and there was not a single word from a client that, I don't know, this lens is flawed in terms of, you know, the quality. This is stuff that only we see. Our clients are not gonna care about that. So if you're on a budget, this option is definitely great. 35-1.4 G Master, on the other hand, we have like G Master basically, right? So the top of the top notch quality from Sony. We have aperture ring, which is the clickable for video filming. We have AF to MF switch, a manual focus ring. This lens is also quite compact for what it is, still quite bigger than a 35-1.8. In terms of the autofocus performance, it's basically flawless. We have linear motors, so it's super quick and also dead silent, so you don't hear anything when focusing back and forth or nothing like that. And then the quality, like, is literally the best quality I've ever seen. Like, this lens is extremely sharp. So once again, take a look at this studio image, like the sharpness It's just crazy. And I've shot with a 42 megapixel camera. I've shot with a 61 megapixel camera, and I've used this lens for over 3 years now, and the quality is still there. So it did maintain, the initial quality, which is also an issue sometimes with a different lenses. So my take, if you're shopping between these two lenses, first of all, take the quiz and see if you can tell the difference. If you can tell a difference as a photographer, your client definitely will not see the difference. And then, if you're just on the budget, if you're shopping for a 35 prime lens, 35-1.8, it's a great option. But if you're striving for excellence, you just want the sharpest, the best, the quickest, and you see the difference, you want to have the bokeh, you want to have that mid-range nice separation between the subject and your background, then 35-1.4 is the one to go for. Let me know your results in the comments. Did you guess the lenses? Can you tell the difference between these two? And let me know your thoughts on this topic. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you very soon. Ciao.